1959, deep in the unforgiving Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia, 9 experienced hikers set out on what should have been a routine expedition. Led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student, the group was well prepared for the treacherous conditions that lay ahead. But they never could have foreseen the nightmare waiting for them in the icy wilderness. The hikers, made up of 7 men and 2 women, began their journey in late January, seeking to reach the remote Otorten mountain. As seasoned adventurers, they were no strangers to the harsh Siberian climate. Their spirits were high, and they kept detailed diaries documenting their progress. But something went terribly wrong. When the group failed to return on time, a search party was sent out. What rescuers discovered shocked the world and left questions that remain unanswered to this day. The rescuers found the hikers' tent, but something was immediately off. It was slashed open from the inside. It was as if the group had been desperate to escape, fleeing into the freezing night with barely any clothing to protect them from the harsh elements. Footprints leading away from the tent suggested that the hikers had fled in different directions, some barefoot, others in socks. But what could have driven these seasoned adventurers to abandon their only shelter in such a panicked state? As the search party followed the footprints, they came upon the first bodies, 2 men lying under a tree, barefoot, wearing only their underwear. Their hands were raw and bloody, as if they had tried to climb the tree in desperation. Above them, broken branches suggested they had attempted to seek shelter or escape from something unseen. As more bodies were found, the mystery deepened. 3 more hikers were discovered between the tent and the tree, as if they had tried to return to their campsite but succumbed to the freezing cold along the way. Their faces were frozen in terror, but it was the condition of the final 4 bodies, found 2 months later, that truly baffled investigators. These hikers had suffered horrific injuries, broken ribs, skull fractures, and, most disturbingly, 1 woman was missing her tongue. Yet, there were no external wounds that could explain these devastating injuries, leading some to compare them to the impact of a car crash. Even stranger, traces of radiation were found on their clothing. Theories about what happened to the Dyatlov group have swirled for decades. Some suggest a deadly avalanche drove the hikers from their tent, while others believe they were victims of a secret Soviet military experiment, with tests gone horribly wrong. Another chilling theory involves UFOs or a Yeti attack, fueled by the strange lights spotted in the sky around the time of their deaths. But there is one undeniable fact. Whatever happened that night, something terrified the hikers so much that they chose to run into the deadly cold, rather than stay inside the relative safety of their tent. More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most mysterious and terrifying unsolved cases in modern history. The hikers' tragic fate is a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the wilderness, and the answers to what happened that night may forever be lost to the frozen mountains of Russia. Whatever you choose to believe, whether it was a tragic accident, a military cover-up, or something far more sinister, the truth behind the Dyatlov Pass incident remains hidden in the snow and shadows, waiting to be uncovered. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into more real-life mysteries, don't forget to hit the like button, share with others, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue exploring the world's darkest and most mysterious events. Let us know in the comments if you have any stories you'd like us to cover next. Until then, stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.